Hey guys, I'm just here with another SurvPC tip that I wanted to go through. So when we're doing a grid connection and we've got to measure a few different points, then it's good to check the distances between those points just to make sure it's matching what you expect. So I have an example here where I've got to measure, say, a rivet here, and a PM. Then on the survey, I've got to I should have a distance that's measured by total station. And firstly, you should check that that distance matches what we're getting on the GPS reading. So the way to do that is here, if I've recorded some points. So if I go to points here, then I've currently recorded 3 points in using the GPS, and just to check the distance between them, we go to the inverse function. So it's under Kogo and inverse. I don't think I should call it inverse. It's a confusing term. It's kind of just finding the distance or bearing and distance between 2 points. So you choose the first point, and so pick the first point there, and then I choose the second point, pressing 1, 2, 3 again, and second one, and then it just gives me a bearing and distance that the GPS calculated from the GPS coordinates, and that number there, that horizontal distance, is the grid distance between the 2 points. But what the total station measures is actually the ground distance. And so to show that, you have to make sure that you're down here at the bottom. Instead of going north, azimuth, easting, and northing, we choose the geo option. Here, geo north, azimuth, easting, northing. So this one here. Then let's run that again, and I'll show you, it shows you a bit more information. So I'm just going to clear that and try again. So you get a bunch more information on the screen, but you can see that it actually gives you 2 values, so that you can skip over some of it, but the distance elevation is the grid distance here. And then it's got a ground value, so 1257445 ground distance. And generally I should just look at my survey and just check if that number matches the ground distance. So 125723, 125744, so it's about 20 mil, 21 mil different, which is not too bad, but yeah, if it was too much more than that, then just double check that you've actually measured the right points, because sometimes you might measure a rivet and then realize later that it was actually the wrong one. So this is a good check to do on the field before you've left, to make sure you've measured the correct one. So then another check that's useful is to actually, once you've checked the PM, to check if that actually, like how close that is to what the recorded value on SMES is. So we can check that. And so because I entered the SMES one earlier, that one's already in here. So I'm going to compare the SMES coordinates with the one I measured myself on the GPS. And yeah, so I'm getting about 16 mil different, which is I guess it tends to be around that. Hopefully you want to be less than sort of 20 or 30. The lower the better, but yeah, that's how you check that. And then I also check if I'm recording a point multiple times, which we should be doing. Yeah, should be recording each of these twice. So after I've recorded this one a second time, I'll just quickly check the distance between my first round and my second round, and it should just be within a few mil, maybe up to 20 mil. Hopefully not too much more than that. If I'm getting a big difference, then it's just a good flag that I should check that I've measured it correctly. And yeah, you can also check the difference in just the easting direction, the northing direction, and the Z direction or the elevation. And if you're getting a big difference, sort of more than 20 or 30 mil, then just double check your equipment, and you might want to take another measurement just to confirm. So once I've worked my way through the grid connection, I can tick that I've checked that distance matches. I've checked my PM easting and northing compared with SMES, that should match. And then as I go through each point the second time, it's good just to sort of tick off that one matched my first round, that one matched my first round, and that one matched my first round as well. And hopefully if you get all those right, then you have a pretty good GPS survey. Otherwise, you might need to go back and measure some of them again. So hope that helps. Cheers.